Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the...
Have you seen this shit? There is this guy on Twitter who made a pretty good case that the disappeared Malaysian plane was abducted by glowies using alien technology. He has written a letter to Congress about it. Dear Congress, my name is Ashton Forbes and I am currently disclosing the most important videos in the history of the world. All of this information is publicly available. I would like to state that I have a top secret US government clearance as part of my job as a contractor. My job has nothing to do with advanced technology. I am only stating this to establish my credibility. I am not bound by an NDA. This is not a hoax, disinformation, or misinformation. You don't need to believe me because everything is verifiable. I am requesting a public hearing. I am willing to testify in front of Congress as to the authenticity of these videos and explain every aspect of them. I would also invite physics experts to validate the science on display. The videos in question are that of the true fate of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 on March 7, 2014 at 1840 UTC at the Nicobar Islands. One is of an MQ-1C Grey Eagle with a thermal layer added by the leaker, and the other is a 3D battle space produced by the Spurs, space-based infrared system, via SIGINT, Signals Intelligence, using data from spy satellite USA 229, which has a sister satellite next to it classified as debris. This allows for the proven 3D stereoscopic imagery we see in the satellite video. The oldest archived versions of the videos we could find come from Regicide Anana UFO video uploader, who uploaded unrelated videos previously, indicating they are not the source. Higher quality versions were released by other UFO uploaders on YouTube later on, indicating neither is the original source. The dates are damning. So why now, many ask? Because only in 2023 do we have the basis to understand these videos to be real. We needed the 2017 Navy UAP videos to understand what FLIR footage looks like. The 2019 Trump satellite leak to understand those capabilities. 2020 scientific papers that show wormholes are humanely traversable, LK99 that shows the emergence of superconductivity, and finally AI in daily use as ChatGPT. Without all these things, the MH370 videos seem like magic. We know the location of the videos because the investigative group I started, MH370X, satellite experts used amateur historical trajectories to identify the correct satellite in the correct position to take the 3D stereoscopic video we see. We can see 6 sets of coordinates in the satellite video which we had incorrectly thought were in the South Indian Ocean, until we were able to realize the only possible location was the Nicobar Islands because the plane is turning left in both videos and due to the coordinate shifts. This means the plane is turning south and to the east. The satellite and witness, Catherine T., indicate the time is 18:40 UTC, March 7, 2014. I have been investigating and writing about these videos as a citizen journalist for the past 10 weeks. My X-Corp, Twitter, following has gone from 30 followers to 8,500 plus of multidisciplinary backgrounds from the strength of the evidence alone. My handle is @JustXAshton. We have definitively proved every aspect of the videos to be authentic. We know the assets, the time, the location, we have a witness, we know that there was a fire on the plane likely from the lithium-ion batteries which broke containment, causing the halon gas to permeate throughout the plane. There was no debris field, which is impossible for a 777 crashing into the ocean. The small amounts of debris found are consistent with the fire scenario, and some debris had burn marks. A fire suppression device from AB 777 washed up in the Maldives and was not investigated despite having visible serial numbers. The Maldives were intentionally excluded from the search, despite witnesses on one of the small islands seeing the plane flying low and identifying the red/blue stripe of Malaysian Airlines early in the morning on March 8, 2014. We know that the official narratives are a lie to cover up that this technology was deployed to either save the plane, or as espionage to prevent the 20 Freescale semiconductor scientists on board from going to China. I suspect they are integral to the technology we see. We know the plane didn't crash into the ocean because the SOSUS system didn't hear the acoustic sound. The same system that heard the Titan sub pop, and the Navy lied about it for 5 days while oxygen counters were on every major news channel. The Diego Garcia hydrophones and Western Australia hydrophones also didn't hear it. I wish that this being MH370 was the most important part of these videos, because ultimately I'm doing this for the families of the victims, the witnesses, the leaker of these videos, and the world that has been lied to. However, the most important part of these videos is that they prove conclusively that the US government is hiding superconductivity, teleportation, and free energy from the world. Everything we see in these videos can be explained by science. This is not aliens in these videos. This is our technology. The assets are filming the plane before the orbs even show up. The drone cannot catch a 777-200, it must have intercepted it. This is a US government operation. I do not believe that we could be this secretly advanced without a reverse engineering program. The orbs in this video are ignoring gravity, being pulled forward by some gravity engine indicated by the dark lines in front of them, and upon intercept are traveling at estimated Mach 3 speeds. The explanation for their pattern is artificial intelligence, a computer program. The videos do not show annihilation because E=mc² and the zap would be much larger. It's not an explosion because it's cold in the thermal, not hot. It's a black hole. It's also not cloaking because the smoke stops when the plane disappears. It has to be teleportation based on science. A wormhole. I found out, to my own surprise, that humanly traversable wormholes are theoretically possible. This singularity is causing a transitional phase state change in the plane where it reverts to a wave function and obtains a probabilistic nature. This is only possible with superconductivity and free energy technology. I was also able to identify the leaker of the videos as being Lieutenant Commander Edward C. Lin. He checks every box to be the leaker. Our government attempted to put him in prison for life as a traitor, but he is no spy. Edward C. Lin is a hero. He took a plea deal after he was convinced he damaged national security, but he never revealed this information to our enemies. He simply wanted to do the right thing and tell the world the truth of this technology and what happened to MH370. He was sentenced to 9 years in prison and likely is bound by his plea deal to never speak about the videos again. We can vindicate this man as well as everyone else who was lied to or discredited. I also got a tip from a source that told me that the nephew of retired General Joseph F. Dunford has seen the videos and indirectly confirmed their authenticity. He was likely in charge of the operation as the commander of the International Security Assistance Force in 2014. He then served as the 19th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the nation's highest-ranking military officer, and the principal military advisor to the President, Secretary of Defense, and National Security Council from October 1, 2015, through Sept. 30, 2019. He is now on the board of directors at Lockheed Martin. While the destination of the plane is speculative, the most likely place is Diego Garcia. The witnesses in the Maldives indicate that, as well as the American passenger Philip Wood EXIF data photo, that points to Diego Garcia where he claimed to be held prisoner. I'm not sure what happened to the passengers. It is scientifically possible that some survived. None of the families of the victims have reached out to me. I am operating under the assumption that they were returned to their various countries in exchange for their silence, and Philip Wood may be in witness protection. I know the videos seem impossible, but they are authentic. They are not CGI. We were able to show that the satellite video is a Citrix session logged into the actual spy satellite database due to the frame rate discrepancy between the mouse we see, and the background. 24 FPS vs 6 FPS. Also, hundreds of community VFX experts have analyzed the footage frame by frame and not a single discrepancy can be found. The list of requirements to hoax the videos is practically impossible. These videos implicate the US government in a black-budget reverse engineering program a la whistleblower David Gruska's sworn testimony to Congress. This information will shock you, and I hope you will seek to expose the truth. This surpasses petty politics. Please help for the good of the country. This is a verifiable conspiracy, and while I believe that it is being done because the forces that think that society will collapse if this technology is made publicly available, I disagree. We can handle this information, and the technology has the capability to change the circumstances of millions if not billions of people. What matters in this world is the time we spend in it, with the people we care about. That will not change. The reason I am requesting a public congressional hearing is because I believe the weight of the evidence can convince enough people in Congress that the true events of MH370 were covered up by our own government, and that there is a black budget advanced technology program, most likely based on reversed engineered unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP. Sincerely, Ashton, Forbes.
Want to share your paranormal experiences? Do you have questions, complaints, ideas for a show topic, or a hate-filled rant? Send all your messages to our email for live reading on our show. Email us at atomicshamensweplodge@protonmail.com. Like, share and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to ring the notification bell. You can follow us on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Catch the live streams on Rumble. Listen to text-to-speech stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube.